Now, that same child enters a formal, structured educational system. And when they do that, let me use the metaphor of a tube or a corridor, with kindergarten over here and 6th or 7th grade over here. As they move through that tube, they're placed in situations, classrooms, textbooks, to some degree computers. They're placed into environments that cause them to have, just like they were going out of balance and walking, cause them to have an impulse to need more. I need more. Or to be creative and want to add something to what's going on. Something going on in the classroom, a conversation that's happening, something that's going on with a fellow student in the course of reading a book. What I want to say is that as they're experiencing the meaning that's flowing by them, they're constantly having this movement of needs pumping up and down inside of them. The same kind of movement that they use to tune into being able to walk in space or hear. And yet in this environment, when they're having these things happen, this environment is unable to respond to them. And so thousands upon thousands upon thousands of these kind of experiences cause these children to basically learn to suppress these experiences, to learn not to have them, to learn internally as if this fluctuation is irrelevant to learn. And what I want to say is that there's nothing more relevant to learning. There's nothing more relevant to how somebody can participate and extend their learning than how well they've learned to tune and instrument their own uncertainties, curiosities, creative impulses, and so forth. So our education system, in the name of helping people learn about things, is helping them learn, or creating an environment in which they learn that their deepest and most authentic learning needs are irrelevant to their learning. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of times. So, I don't know if everybody can see this with me, experience this, but I really believe that you can develop, you can see this in what's happening in a child. And that if we do see this, and we see that, again, we come back to where we started, right? If we care about a child developing in the world, if we care about business, if we care about sustainable community, if we care about profitable organizations, if we care about the planet, the ecology, wherever we come down to, we come back to this human being's capacity for learning. Once we go into the capacity for learning, we start to discover what are the capacities for learning. We start to go into that. We recognize we're not very aware of them. And on account of not being aware of them, and on account of the way we structure education, we're polluting them. We're creating environments in which this capacity for learning is learning to distrust itself, fundamentally.